Mercedes Mone, Will Ospreay, and Kazuchika Okada have gone from game changes to channel changes. It's time for the Headlock Headlines! Hello, I'm Marvin, and I'm the Movie Monster. Welcome to episode 8 at Headlock Headlines. This is our weekly look at the biggest wrestling news items in a week. We don't break news, we aren't journalists, and we are certainly not a news source. We just like reading about ridiculous things and then laughing about it with all of you. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Click the little bell icon at the top to get notified every time we drop a video. Now let's dive in. AEW has had a really rough couple of weeks as more supposed game changers who are making big money have failed to, there we go, that's early this week.
TK, Tooney,
Wait, what the hell?
wrestling savior, and he's the bomb. Yeah, he's TK. Tooney Khan is giving wrestlers hugs, and he might be on drugs. Yeah, he's TK.
Hello to all of my fans, I'm here. The video can begin now that it has been graced with the true main event presence in sports entertainment. Why did you come out to that song? Oh, I heard it somewhere recently and couldn't get it out of my head. That thing's an earworm. I thought it might be a good third theme song for me. You heard it here, Trip. That song is here every week. Really? Yes! You're usually standing right here when it happens. Huh, that's so weird. Think I can get an AI program to do a Motorhead cover of it? Trip, it's already somebody's theme song. What? Who? Tooney Khan. Who the hell is that? His name is literally in the song. Where? It says TK, Tooney Khan. Oh, I thought that was the tiger from the Jungle Book. No, that's Shere Khan. Is that his dad? No, that's Shad Khan. You can't use the song. Curses! But hey, congratulations on WWE hitting 100 million YouTube subscribers recently. I saw you got an award for that. Absolutely! It's not an accident that once I became the WWE Chief Champion Officer that we hit 100 million subscribers. Wait, I thought CCO was Chief Content Officer. Silly jobber monster. As the Chief Content Officer, I booked myself to become the Chief Champion Officer. This is going to be a bigger title run than I had in the early 2000s. Stupidity notwithstanding here, it's a huge accomplishment. First, you had a Booker of the Year, and now this. Aw, you think I'm the Booker of the Year? Thanks a lot. That's amazing to hear. Wow, I needed that today. No, I didn't do that. We've discussed this every week for the last month, dude. You were named Booker of the Year by the readers of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Oh. Ew. I mean, some people put a lot of stock in those awards. Who would be pathetic enough to think that this useless honor is worth anything more than the paper it's printed on? What, are you playing me off? Oh, I think it's real this time.
TK, Tooney Khan, wrestling savior, and he's the bomb. Yeah, he's TK. Tooney Khan is giving wrestlers hugs, and he might be on drugs. Yeah, he's TK.
Hello to all fans of real pro wrestling. It is I, the savior of real professional wrestling, the founder, owner, GM, head of creative, czar of hugging, pope of greatness, and undisputed emperor of Justify This Is Awesome chants for all of AEW, Tooney Khan.
I think you forgot CEO.
Titles aren't important.
The hell they aren't. What do you mean titles aren't important? You just listed off 7 titles for yourself.
Man, you need to stop living in the past, monster.
That was like 45 seconds ago.
45 seconds in the past?
Why don't you want to call yourself the CEO?
Honestly, I'm shocked you had the guts to show your face this week, you bald asshole.
Start again.
Sir, I just mean I would think that you would be laying low after your world champion was outed as a major istophobe on live television.
I'm sorry, what is he talking about? I don't speak Nerdenheimer. If I had to guess, I'd think he's talking about the cancel pig reaction to Roman Reigns calling Seth Rollins a crossdresser in a promo on SmackDown a few weeks ago. Ugh, Jesus.
Exactly. How dare you even show your face? Dozens of my fans were outraged at this blatant homophobic slur flying around willy-nilly from a guy who's supposed to be the face of your company. Disgusting.
Oh, Did the heel say something that upset you?
He sure did. Ooh, it makes me so mad. I'm so mad I just want to buy tickets to live events and watch every second of TV just so I can boo him and watch him get his ass kicked.
I need a big can of Prime before I can deal with something like this. Do you want to handle this one? Oh, tag me in, Punky. Go get him, Hoot. Hot tag! First up, your selective outrage has absolutely no place here. This insane need to police and control what people say under the guise of virtue signaling nonsense is what's killing entertainment. Did the villain do something that upset some people? Friggin' good! He's supposed to. No one wants their antagonist to be perfect people who are respectful of all beings the world over.
Yeah, but...
Nope, not done. Secondly, it's cancel culture nonsense like this that neuters not just professional wrestling, but all of entertainment. It's a chronically offended, willfully ignorant, and obscenely weaponized mind virus used by untalented, unremarkable, expectant, powerless children to try and impose their will on the masses. It's an attempt to label anyone who doesn't think exactly the way they do as problematic or a member of a specific political party, when in reality, the last few years, it's just been normal, middle-of-the-road people who are tired of being pandered to, lectured at, and threatened with labels they don't deserve for having the unmitigated audacity to speak for themselves and express their own subjective opinions about the entertainment we consume. These people take real actual issues like racism, sexism, and homophobia, horrible blights on our society that people have fought and died for, and use them as an excuse to impose their will on pop culture and destroy their perceived enemies.
That is so...
Shut up! It's a massive plague backed by corporate money and funneled in from the real-life version of Wolfram and Hart and infused into the worlds of movies, television, literature, and gaming. It's something the WWE has rejected forever. However, you and your company have given these whack jobs an invitation to walk through the forbidden door and scream and yell and hold their breath until they get their way. It has destroyed IPs, major companies, and entire industries because the collective middle-of-the-road people have had enough, and they take their time and money elsewhere. It's why once evergreen properties have tanked, and why you can't get 1 million viewers anymore, while YouTube channels like The Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic have 1 million subscribers. By the way, congratulations, Gary. You deserve it. Thank you for all you do.
But I feel that...
And finally, this was maybe one of the single most transparent attempts at outrage weaponization I had seen before a bunch of weirdos decided to turn Jim Cornette's thumbnails into a spot-the-fake racism Where's Waldo book this week. The term crossdresser has nothing to do with sexuality in any way. Crossdresser, noun, defined as a person who wears clothing typical of another gender. Nowhere in there does it say who they want to sleep with, and it's not a term that's interchangeable with transgender! Wow, you sure know a lot about cross-dressers. You're not helping. I wasn't trying to. I'm standing up for you here. What can I say? I'm an agent of chaos.
Let me tell you why you're wrong.
No! So the idea that crossdresser, a common socially accepted term that has nothing to do with the LGBT community, is in some way a homophobic slur is beyond idiotic and just another way for the extremist fringe movement of your fan base to tear down WWE, because they've come to accept the fact that you and your writing will never get any better. That means the only way for you to move up is for the WWE to move down!
Wow.
Sorry. That's been building up for a long time. Don't get your panties in a bunch, jobber monster. I am not a crossdresser. I don't know. Roll the tape. I am Kathleen Kennedy from Lucasfilm Ltd. The hell? How did you even find that? That was my first ever song parody and no one watched it. Is Kathleen Kennedy your drag name? No, she's the head of Lucasfilm. She runs Star Wars. What the hell is Star Wars? Ugh!
I just think it's gross for anyone to continue to support WWE. Not only did they openly bash the entire LGBT community, but your friend over there is definitely a part of the major Vince McMahon scandal. He knew everything.
Oh, you didn't bleep that one? Nah, I'm gonna let him dig his own grave here. Why do you all insist that Triple H had to know something about the allegations against Vince?
It's right there in the lawsuit, you idiots! Corporate Officer 1, a high-ranking WWE corporate figure who knew there was something going on. Who else could it be but that big-nosed creep?
It was confirmed that it wasn't Triple H. We know who corporate officer number 1 is.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it came out that it was Nick Khan. Wait, the tiger from the Jungle Book? No, that's Shere Khan.
Wait, is that my dad?
No!
Well, I mean, there was also a corporate officer 2 named. That's totally him.
Actually, CO2 was identified as Brad Bloom. Isn't CO2 what plants breathe? No, that's carbon dioxide. It's a toxic gas humanity spews out into the atmosphere.
So you're saying Triple H was involved?
No, I'm saying that he's not. Look, there's no proof that he was involved in this in any way. There's more legitimate proof of the admittedly very flimsy allegations against Chris Jericho that he invited a female wrestler into his locker room and proceeded to Stop that! Ooh, throwback. Nice. Wonder if anyone got that joke. I hope so. Comment below if you did, folks. But anyway, Tooney, I hope this proves to you that there's nothing to this idea that Triple H was involved in the situation with... freaking really? Letting it go has stopped serving my purposes.
I understand everything you just said, Monster.
Good.
And I reject all of it.
Why?
Because your facts are getting in the way of my narrative.
I mean, at least he admits it.
And I can't believe he's bringing Brock Lesnar back.
Wait, I'm doing what?
Oh yeah, all my fans on Twitter have been all over you like white on my world title history.
Why does anyone think Brock is coming back?
I have no idea. Something about his bio on the website or something, I didn't look too far into it. I just accepted it as an indisputable fact because it's a thing that I want to believe.
Well, Trip, is Brock coming back? No.
So he's available to sign a contract then?
No!
I'm just saying I think it might be this year's most disgusting promotional tactic.
I mean, are we gonna talk about the fact that one of your top talents is a Jewish guy who you call the devil? Or the fact that Juice Robinson wrote his name on a roll of quarters? Or Vicky Guerrero telling Thunder Rosa to go back to Mexico?
No! Why would we talk about any of that?
More importantly, how do you actually know any of that? I had my intern pull a bunch of facts for me while you were going off on your rant about being a crossdresser. Thanks, Road Dogg. Wait, the Road Dogg is your intern? Oh, you didn't know?
Ha! I like that joke.
I'm glad.
Now, on to my next talking point about why WWE is so problematic. It has
Nope! You're done driving this episode, Tooney. I want to circle back to all that stuff about you not calling yourself the CEO anymore. Tooney, you're the chief executive officer of your company. You always have been.
Well, not so much anymore.
Wait. Please tell me you don't mean...
I have officially stepped down as CEO of the company as of last week on Dynamite.
Tooney, are you saying that Mercedes Mone is actually the CEO of AEW now?
And we couldn't be happier about it.
How does that even happen?
Look, don't be racist.
Tooney, seriously, how did she make that happen?
I'm very happy with this arrangement.
Tooney!
What the fuck do you want me to say? The day we were supposed to meet for contract negotiations, I walked into my office and she was sitting at my desk and made me sign a contract.
How the hell did she make you do that?
I don't know, all right? She just said she was the CEO now, and I said no, of course, and then she just screamed Eddie Guerrero in my face, and I didn't know what to do, so I just signed it.
That's insane. You've given her creative control, her own personal writer, more money than you could possibly ever recoup on her, and now your job? Why?
She's really mean.
Who the hell are we talking about? Mercedes Mone. Who the hell is that? Sasha Banks. Oh God, what? We negotiated with her recently and she was absolutely out of her mind. She wanted like $10 million a year. I mean, she's good in the ring, but there's no one who would ever be dumb enough to give her that much money.
Achoo!
Trip, have you met Tooney Khan? No, who's that?
Me.
Oh, kid. Oh, you didn't.
I have no idea, all right?
What do you mean you have no idea?
I have no idea if the $10 million a year figure is real. I mean, probably not, but I know that it's a lot of my dad's money. My useful idiot Dave Meltzer reported that with this deal, she's the highest paid woman in the history of wrestling.
How do you not know?
Because the CEO is the one who approves the contracts.
So she wrote up her own deal?
Of course she did.
Why are you letting this happen?
She's really mean.
You keep saying that, but...
It's true. I tried to say, Mercedes, you can't pay yourself and have your own writer. And she pulled her ukulele and she started singing, Tooney sucks, Tooney sucks, Tooney sucks. Yeah. And I cried and I just let her do whatever she wants.
And she's not the only big signing you made recently. You also signed both Will Ospreay and Okada to massive deals, each reportedly worth millions of dollars a year.
Oh, I know. According to the New York Post, WWE is going to have to really look at themselves in the mirror after my star-studded free agent haul.
Trip, is that true? Hold on, let me check. Mirror, mirror on the wall, should I pay millions to make my ratings fall? Hell no, you shouldn't. That's dumb. And there you have it.
Hey, paying tens of millions to my new Will Ospreay, Okada, and Mercedes Mone is a sound business and financial move.
Let's take a look at how those sound business and financial moves shook out for you.
Do we have to?
Yes, the March 9th episode of AEW Collision, the in-ring debut of Okada, pulled in a rating of 427,000 people, which is actually down from the 455,000 people you had the week before.
That can't be right. How can that be right?
Because while Okada is great in the ring, you made a fatal mistake teaming him up with these living abortions. The Young Bucks, who have proven to be the cure for rating success week in and week out, with quarter-hour numbers showing sharp declines in your viewership every time they come out.
But you're overlooking that I signed a guy who has been proven to be the very best wrestler in the entire world in Will Ospreay.
No, Tooney, that's not proven. That's an opinion. And if that's your opinion, that's fine. But it's being peddled as fact because it's the opinion of the genital wart on wrestling's no-no place, Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, who likes to state that his ratings and opinions are the ultimate be-all end-all of the wrestling world.
Wait, are they not?
No.
You told me they were.
I'm not shocked. So, let's look at old Willie Boy and what he did for your numbers, shall we? The March 6th episode of Dynamite featuring the debut match of Will Ospreay drew 779,000 viewers, which was down from the 801,000 the previous week.
Oh.
And Ospreay's match with Kyle Fletcher was the lowest rated quarter hour of the show with just 654,000 people. Oh man, does it get any worse than that? It was also the first actual AEW appearance of Okada. Oh, it's so much worse now!
Look, guys, success isn't based on how many people watch something.
Sure, there are sponsorships, TV deal increases.
Exactly!
All things that come from having a lot of viewers.
Ah, nuts!
But you still had your race in the hole, Tooney.
I did! The debut of my new Mercedes Mone in front of a packed hometown crowd for my AEW Big Business show, which
did 798,000 people.
Crap!
Sure is. Also, not to nitpick, but the arena holds 19,000 people, and you reportedly sold somewhere between 8,000 and somewhere in the mid-9,000s, depending on the report. So, yes, you sold the tickets you made available, but that's still less than half the seats in the arena. Was that Road Dogg again? No, X-Pac just texted it to me. Wait, is he also your intern? No, he just thinks it's hilarious.
I don't understand. Why did no one watch? They all knew she was gonna be there.
They didn't, though.
Of course they did.
You never actually announced it.
Ugh, why is it my responsibility to promote everything?
Because you're the promoter. It's in your job title.
Not anymore.
Really? She took that job title too?
Look, it doesn't matter how much I paid them versus what I'm getting back.
It does. Your company can't grow unless you're making more money than you're spending. For instance, AJ Styles and Kevin Owens have downside guarantees reportedly around $5 million per year. That's because WWE knows based on merchandise sales and other factors, they can confidently predict they'll make at least $5,001 from each of them.
This sounds like a bunch of outdated nonsense talk.
I thought you might feel this way, so I brought in someone who might be able to clear this up.
If you look at the problems, you asked me earlier about WCW, if you look at problems that led to possibly what the demise of WCW was, I think one of the major issues was that they had a very large roster with a lot of people making a lot of money, and a lot of those people were really good. If you were just to try to chop down the WCW roster, you'd be making some really tough decisions and say because there were so many people across the board that were really good, you can't pay every talented person in the business $100,000. Your company will go under quick because you won't have enough revenue to offset what you're paying out. So you have to make smart decisions, and you can't hire every person you like, and you can't hire every person that you think is good, because there's a lot of really good talent.
Who the hell is that loser nerd with his glasses?
That's you, Tooney.
But he doesn't look or sound anything like me. He's not saying anything even remotely close to the things that I say and do today.
Agreed.
Look, whatever you and this four-eyed nerd might want to think, I believe Okada and Ospreay will make a major impact, and Mercedes Mone is the official face of AEW now.
But like 5 days before her debut, she was doing an interview where she said she's definitely going back to WWE someday. Not for that kind of money, she isn't.
I know what she said. I heard it. You don't have to tell me. I heard it.
And according to some outlets, the locker room already hates her for it. Oh, that's fine. She'll feel right at home then. Are you saying the WWE locker room hated her? Of course they did. Why? She's really mean.
I know, right?
Has she sat on the ground and started screaming and slapping her hands on the floor because she didn't like her creative yet?
No.
Have fun with that one. I honestly thought it was going to take her at least a month before she turned into CM Punk.
That's not a fair comparison at all.
Why not?
Ratings went up when CM Punk debuted.
All right, yeah, that was a good one, kid.
What? No, boss, I wasn't talking about you at all. No, not one bit. I would never make a joke about your expense, even though you and your fans historically have such a famously great sense of humor about all things involving you. No, you don't have to go over here. You don't have to. Oh God!
That brings me back. I'm sure. What are you doing for the rest of the day? Dealing with my yearly Sami Zayn WrestleMania backlash. I saw that. Last year he wasn't doing enough. This year he's doing too much. Yeah, what's your plan for that? I'm gonna ignore it, do what we're doing, and make a whole buttload of money. WrestleMania, baby! Triple H, everyone. H to the D-O-double-G, out! What? You're an intern now. You don't get to be snippy with me, Jesse. Well, that's the Headlock headlines for this week. Thanks for sticking with us last week while I was waiting for the new computer to come in. For those that didn't see, my old laptop didn't like what I had booked it to do, so it pulled a Sasha Banks and walked out on me. But, much like the WWE did in this case, we have a newer, faster, better replacement, and we're back in business. A little update for you all before we go. On the last episode, we announced that we had officially passed the 4,000 watch hours needed for channel monetization. Well, this week, I'm happy to report that Tooney Wrestling has officially been accepted into the YouTube Partner Program. So, thanks so much, everyone. All of you made this happen, and that means now I'm going to be throwing a lot of time into this channel. I actually quit one of my regular jobs to be able to focus my energies on growing this channel and making it everything I dreamed it could be. So, win or lose, I'm officially in the game. Things are about to really kick into high gear with more videos, more side content, and some super awesome new ventures that I've been teasing for a few weeks now. I'll be announcing one of them here on the channel later this week with a new video, so stay tuned. The other one I'm going to announce right now. This coming Tuesday, March the 26th, we will be launching Tooney Talk Wrestling, a live stream weekly podcast that's going to be every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. It's going to feature me and a panel of guests. My regulars are going to be Awful Wrestling, AEW Neckbeards, AEW Disciplinary Committee, Evil Dose, War Dog Apollo, and Pro Wrestling Counselor. We're also going to have special appearances by Pro Wrestling Times, and, some other guests are going to be dropping in here and there. It's going to be going for as long as you guys want it to go for. We're not setting time limits or anything like that. You can come in, you can chat with us live, you can super chat, you can super thanks, you can do whatever you want to do to be a part of the conversation. So that's going to be every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, thank you guys so much. It is you who make this channel grow, and I am eternally grateful for it. Onward and upward. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell icon to get notified of new videos when they drop. For Trip, for Tooney Khan, I'm Marvin the Movie Monster. Now get out of here!